we've got your black.
Following the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. 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 Follow the leader.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
There are people out there who only have power based on if they have control over other people. That's it. In other words, if they lose control over other people, they have zero power. Now, some people's power is based on their connection to Source and their own expansion. And if the people who are connected to Source and expand stop being under the tyranny of the control, stop following what's on the news, stop following what people tell you to do that doesn't feel right, move into your highest alignment, you become an amazing, magical, expansive being, and the people whose only power is based on their control on others will completely collapse, and either they'll go or they'll have to find their own power in themselves that's based on light versus control over others. So your job on this planet is to find the real connection to you that's not based on power over others, not based on you being controlled by anybody, but you being an expansive being in yourself. That's where you're going to change the world.
Andy, who was that? Kyle Cease? I knew that was Kyle Cease. Man, oh man, Shevitz. If you think that I'm not back up in here to cause disturbance, I'm here to disturb your spirit. Yes, I'm sorry. It's my job. I've been called to do it. It's a ministry, as Precious says. Precious says this is a ministry. Listen, I'm here to make your comfort uncomfortable. Right? I'm here to disrupt it all. And it's important that I do it because for far too long we've been asleep. Tonight's topic, directly in alignment with the clip you just heard from Kyle Cease. Many of us are in relationships where the power dynamic actually dampens out, the ability to actually truly connect and see one another. And in some of my research, I found out some concept here that's out of control. Symmetry terror. Tonight's topic, symmetry terror. The hidden fear of truly equal relationships. Listen. They don't really want symmetry. They want hierarchy over symmetry. Most people claim they want equality. They claim they want an equal, egalitarian partnership, balance, and mutuality. Symmetry terror, a visceral fear of standing in a relationship where power is truly shared. Brothers, men, call in. I'm not attacking y'all tonight, but I know this gonna feel funny to some of y'all. Get to your phone lines, 1-800-920-1580. There's such a thing called symmetry terror, a visceral fear of standing in a relationship where power is truly shared. Both partners can leave. Both can see and name the truth. Neither is superior nor safely inferior. Right? Oh my goodness. We usually pathologize power imbalance, right? This topic says, nope. We're going to consciously seek imbalance because it feels safer than mutual exposure. Are you in a relationship with somebody who's more willing to be open and share who they are and what they are than the other person? The other person doesn't want mutual visibility. Why is that? Ooh. Do you have a partner who maybe unconsciously seeks imbalance because it feels safer than mutual exposure? 1-800-920-1580. Being above, there's this power dynamic piece again. Being above means control. Being below means moral innocence. Being equal means no hiding. There's no hiding place. We're both equal, equally human, equally flawed. We have different flaws, but we're sharing those flaws in this safe space. A lot of people cower from being put in that position. We have a psychiatric and clinical angle to this, right? And it frames certain attachment issues as defenses against symmetry. Symmetry terror. I know you've never heard of it before. That's fine. Symmetry terror. Mutuality. There's a fear, right? Certain attachment issues or wounds or, coping mechanisms are used as defenses against symmetry. For instance, anxious preoccupied types might chase upward or downward for asymmetry. Avoidant types preserve distance to avoid symmetrical vulnerability. Listen, symmetrical vulnerability is just a euphemism for the mutuality of vulnerability. I'm vulnerable, you're vulnerable. But that attachment, that dismissive avoidant attachment style, or that fearful avoidant attachment style, when and if they swing fearful, tend to avoid symmetrical vulnerability. This topic, we're going to reinterpret conflict styles as covert attempts to break equality and to restore a familiar hierarchy. We have a metaphysical angle here too, man. Oh my goodness. Are you in a relationship with somebody like this? Right? The metaphysical spiritual angle. Symmetry terror is a refusal of non-duality in human form. Two sovereign beings meeting without superiority or inferiority. It reveals how frightened the ego becomes when no one is above to idolize and no one is below to rescue or blame. That's a free relationship. right? Then our anthropological lens, it links to historical hierarchies, patriarchy, class, caste, racial stratification, right? And shows how our lineages literally train us to fear equals standing as dangerous, disrespectful, or destabilizing. Symmetry terror. Can you stand in your pain with me? Can you stand with me in my pain while you're in your pain, and I stand with you while you're in your pain and I'm in mine? We're talking about real relationships tonight, right? Symmetry terror, the hidden fear of truly equal relationships. Welcome to the space where excuses evaporate. Illusions confess themselves, and the ego runs out of personas to hide behind. Tonight, on the VOR, the Voice of Reason, live on KBLA Talk 1580, we enter a paradox that no one wants to name. Most people claim they want equality, yet their nervous systems revolt the moment it arrives. We call this phenomena symmetry terror. The visceral panic that emerges when two sovereign beings stand on level ground with no hierarchy to distort, no power to imbalance, to exploit, and no emotional escape hatch to crawl through when truth walks in the room. You know what I'm talking about. There are folks out there that'll use their finances to say, I'm in control of this situation. You should be looking after me as much as I've done for you, as much as I bring to your... You know those people who aggrandize their position in your life while at the same time marginalizing yours. They're there for the power of it. There's some symmetry terror there. When it's time to be vulnerable, when it's time to be real, when it's time to be authentic, they want to be put on a pedestal. They want you to bend the knee. Yeah. From a clinical lens, symmetry terror looks like your attachment system throwing sand into the gears of mutuality. EFT says the anxious partner pursues to avoid being seen. The avoidant partner withdraws to avoid being felt. IFS says your protectors tighten their grip because your exiles fear symmetrical exposure. Listen, symmetrical exposure. Man, this is woo. EMDR suggests equality activates memory networks wired in a childhood where imbalance meant survival. From a metaphysical lens, Itzhak Bentov would say symmetry cracks the shell of your hologram, forcing you to encounter consciousness without distortion. Edgar Cayce might call it a karmic checkpoint, an invitation to evolve out of lifetimes of dominance and submission. Bailey's esoteric psychology frames it as a clash between the ego's positional identity and the soul's demand for right relationship. I know people ain't ready for this. And Dr. David R. Hawkins, his map of consciousness tells us mutuality calibrates at above 500. 500 in his conscious grid is love, a frequency where superiority dies, inferiority dissolves, and love stops negotiating with fear. So here's your internal diagnostic moment. Do you shut down when someone meets you with equal truth? Do you overfunction so you never need to receive? Listen to what. Do you overfunction so you never need to receive? I'm talking to somebody tonight. I don't know who. Do you underfunction so you never risk accountability? Listen. Do you underfunction so you never risk accountability? Do you only feel safe when someone outranks you or when you outrank them? Listen, are these the type of relationships you want to be in? Do you only feel safe when someone outranks you or when you outrank them? You can't be in a relationship with an equal. Men and women, call me right now. Who struggles with this? Right? If you answered yes, we're talking to you. On tonight's Voice of Reason, you know what I do over here. We ask this incendiary question. What does your hierarchy hide? The intimate hierarchy you prefer in a relationship, what is it hiding? What does your equality in relationship, intimate equality, what does it expose in you that you might be unconsciously trying to hide or consciously trying to hide? What does it expose? And why does your ego treat mutuality like an existential eviction notice? We're about to walk into the lion's den of your relational consciousness. We're about to tear the veil off. Are y'all ready to cook with the rarest grease? Hey, I'm expecting people to call in. Don't be afraid. Get in here and talk to your brother, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, more from the VOR.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Kuselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit tremfya.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a Black and Brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at WalkGoodLA. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
Break out the champagne. Everybody get a glass.
KBLA Talk 1580 congratulates our own Keith Underwood, host of the weekend entertainment show Black in the Green Room, on his recent honor at the annual National Arts and Entertainment Journalism Awards. Keith received a first place award presented by the Los Angeles Press Club for his entertainment reporting, and we couldn't be prouder. Congratulations, Keith, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580.
some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
December nights were cold. It felt like something was missing. I was sleeping on my own. It didn't feel like Christmas. It was getting close to the time of year to deck the halls and spread good cheer. I looked at the empty couch and fireplace and thought, there's gotta be a better way. Almost lonely till you. Almost lonely till you. Almost lonely till you. Almost lonely till you. Let's put up a Christmas tree. I want the lights to shine on you. I need your company. I know you're down to spend it too.
A person that's willing to stick beside you is not stuck there. I'll repeat. A person who is willing to stick beside you is not stuck there or on you. And let us understand that well for ourselves, but also for people we are in relationship with. See, when it comes to loyalty, there are some people who think that they are entitled to it. Okay, that they are the center of everybody else's world and they can move how they want to freely without consequence, without responsibility or reciprocity. And that person will always be there because of who they are. But we overlook that famous quote, right? How a person treats you is a reflection of them, not you. Loyalty is not the inability to discern. Loyalty is not a disregard for how a person is being treated. Loyalty is not a lack of respect. And loyalty is also not the inability to leave, sometimes quietly. Okay? And a lot of people are entitled to somebody else's loyalty, which is why they get upset when a person changes the temperature a little bit. How dare you not continue to prioritize me even while I'm neglecting you? How dare you not continue to abandon yourself to be present for me at any given point in time? See, sometimes we got to remind people, me being here is a choice, and it's always a choice. And I make choices on a daily, and I can always choose differently when it comes to you. And it's all contingent on how you want to move.
Hey, when they cook like that, who is that, Andy? Isaiah Frizzell. It's I choose to be here. And when I stop choosing, because of your terror of mutuality, right? Don't be afraid. This is how real relationships are supposed to work. You have symmetry terror, the hidden fear of truly equal relationships. Do you want an equal for real, or do you want somebody you can control, somebody you can manipulate, somebody your wounds have say over? Yeah, you've molded your identity out of those damn wounds. And those wounds can't truly be safe unless they have some measure of control over the significant other. Does anybody want to call in and tell the truth? I know we got callers already, but I want more. 1-800-920-1580. The voice of reason is on complete fire. When you encounter a partner who neither dominates nor submits, how does your nervous system reinterpret equality as an existential threat or liberation? Does your nervous system pick, this is a threat, they're not allowing me to dominate, but they're not trying to dominate me, but they're also not submitting? What kind of person is this? Let me say it again. When you encounter a partner who neither dominates nor submits, how does your nervous system reinterpret equality as existential threat rather than liberation? 1-800-920-1580. If hierarchies provide a symbolic escape hatch from full accountability, What inner void emerges when that hatch dissolves under perfect mutuality? Listen to the questions, because I want the brothers. I got some brothers on the line, and I'm going to be going to the brothers because I want your perspective. But I want you guys, I'm asking these questions because I'm framing this for you. I want y'all to tap in, right? And I'm going to say it again. If hierarchies provide a symbolic escape hatch, if I establish a hierarchy in the relationship, right, I'm responsible for this, I'm doing this, then the inner work that I'm supposed to be doing doesn't have to be done so long as I'm living up to my role in this hierarchy, right? If hierarchies provide a symbolic escape hatch from full accountability, what inner void emerges when that hat dissolves, or when that hatch dissolves under perfect mutuality? Do you fear equal love because it reveals you cannot outsource meaning, identity, or worth to another person's position relative to you? Are you listening to the potency of these? Do you fear equal love because it reveals you cannot outsource meaning, identity, or worth to another person's position relative to you? When equality removes superiority and inferiority, what part of your identity must die for intimacy to truly live in your life? When I come forward, the voice of reason, I'm going to the phone lines. People want to talk.
But now there's gotta be a better way. Almost lonely to you. Almost lonely to you. Almost lonely to you. Almost lonely to
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is officially in the U.S. Senate race. She filed her paperwork this week and kicked off her campaign in Dallas.
Texas, this moment we're in now is life or death.
Crockett, a vocal critic of President Trump, enters the Democratic primary with just one opponent after Colin Allred dropped out. Chicago's Black Mayor Brandon Johnson says he's responding to a federal order to improve safety on Chicago Transit Authority buses and trains after a woman was set on fire on a train last month. The city has until next week to act, with options including a unified security system and changes to police presence. And people close to Black singer David are being questioned as a grand jury weighs evidence in the death of Celeste Rivas. TMZ reports his label's general manager testified this week and was pressed on why police were not called, saying she did not feel it was his responsibility. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your black.
Follow the leader.
Following the leader.
Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Roger and Tracy saved over $18,400. Cynthia was recovering from a family tragedy and saved over $10,300. If you are drowning in debt, then call Debt Blue. Debt Blue is a professional debt negotiation firm with over 20 years of experience helping people pay back a fraction of what they owe. Learn how to cut your debt up to half or maybe more. Be debt-free in 24 to 48 months, even with bad credit. With an A+ rating from the BBB, you can rest easy knowing Debt Blue is going to deliver guaranteed debt reduction. Debt Blue offers a success guarantee. You pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved. That's right, you save money or it's free. Call now for significant debt relief and a free consultation. 800-200-8879. That's 800-200-8879. You don't have to declare bankruptcy. This program works if you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in debt. Call for your free consultation today. 800-200-8879. That's 800-200-8879.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right.
Y'all gotta try that Febreze car.
Just right, just right, just right. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistency, all over Febreze car clips right on your vent. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face when it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah, breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
And for love's sake, each mistake, oh, you forgave, and soon both of us learned to trust, not run away.
It was no time to play.
We build it up and build it up and build it up, and now it's solid, solid as a rock.
Somehow we managed, we had to stick together.
I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psych Hacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is why 50-50 relationships don't work.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is a very common belief that is prevalent in Western society, namely that relationships between men and women should be 50-50. It's equal. People get as much as they give, and it creates the basis for a fulfilling and sustainable long-term relationship, right? Well, not really. While this might sound good, it doesn't really work in practice for a whole host of reasons. Over the next 8 minutes, I will explain one of these reasons to you. Here we go. At least when it comes to their sexual relationships, assuming they are in a relationship with a man they are attracted to, the vast majority of women would not have a problem with an unequal split, provided that it favors her. I don't know any woman who would continue to work for the next 40 years on purely ideological grounds if her husband were willing to completely bankroll her lifestyle. And I don't see anything wrong with that. They might not all express gratitude, but they probably wouldn't balk at the arrangement. Now, nor would most women have a problem with a 90-10 split or an 80-20 split, or a 70-30 split, which I personally think is the best arrangement, or even a 60-40 split. However, we're really getting to a woman's limit when we hit that 50-50 split. And we know that because there are very few women who would feel good about even a 40-60 split if they're the ones assuming the majority of the expenses and responsibilities. Do you see? What that means is that for the majority of women, 50-50 is the furthest they're willing to go. 50-50 is a stretch. They're not signing up for relationships where they assume the majority of the expense and responsibility. 50-50 is their limit. Now, let's put that aside for the moment and approach the idea of equality from the perspective of men. If I were to ask 100 men what it would look like to fairly distribute expenses and responsibilities between two people, I guarantee that 100 out of those 100 men would answer,
come on, the Psych Hacks. That's Orion Taraban. He's a clinician. A lot of people don't. He rubs people the wrong way. But can you argue with him? He's speaking from a social lens right there. The social game rule of man, protector, provider. He's a social. He's talking through the societal lens, and for the most part, he's 100% correct. But what I'm talking about, in terms of symmetry terror, can you be brothers, men, women, sisters? Can you be equally nude, right? Psychologically, can you both be equally psychologically nude in front of each other? When was the last time a man cried in front of his woman and felt okay enough to do so, and she embraced him? And I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but there's a stigma running around. There's a judgment running around. I'm just saying, this is what we mean by this term tonight. And you know, I know people are listening to Zoe and say, oh man, Zoe is wilding. I have to. It's how I get down. I come with the tough topics. Symmetry terror. Can you be symmetrically aligned with the reality of yourself and your partner? Right? The hidden fear of truly equal relationships. And I'm not just talking about socially. I'm not just talking about we both went to college and we both have degrees and we both have careers and you pay for the vacations, I pay for the house note and the bills and everything else. I'm not talking about that. Symmetry terror, where the truth of you has to stand nude in front of the truth of me. The nudity of my truth. Can you do it? When equality removes superiority and inferiority, What part of your identity must die for intimacy to truly live? If equal standing removes all illusions of control, what unprocessed childhood terror returns to the body as though it were happening right now? I need you guys to understand, this is the lightning rod that relationship is. Do you see? This is the lightning rod that it wakes up everything. Relationship wakes it all up. And yes, you could have everything in the world. You guys could have a deal on the table that says he's going to take care of 70, 85% of everything. You just have to take care of it. That's the social piece. You think if you got the social piece nailed down, battened down, that the psychological piece is not as important, but it is. It's more important. Right? Does your attachment style act as a sophisticated algorithm designed to avoid symmetrical vulnerability that your childhood never prepared you to survive? These are the real questions we asked right now. Are these real questions, Andy? Are these real questions? These are the real questions that are being asked right now. We got callers on the line. Let's get them in here. Sean, Oakland, California, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Town business. Is town business on the line? Sean, Oakland, California. Okay, we lost Sean. Well, he was on the line. Just call back, Sean. We got you. John, Mountain View, Hawaii. John, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Greetings and blessings to all within the sound of my voice.
He's about to go off.
Blessings to you, Zoe.
You about to go off. I can hear it. When you start low, that means you about to go off. Go ahead.
Staff Sergeant Gilbreth reporting for duty.
Here we go.
What in the entire Kevin Samuels are you trying to do tonight on the show?
Why is it Kevin Samuels? What kind? This ain't Kevin Samuels. I'm talking something totally different, brother. Why you do us like that? No disrespect to
Let's
Kevin
just say no disrespect to the resting soul of Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the spark that you are trying to peculiarly bring to this subject.
That's why I know you called. I know you. That's it. It's gonna prick him. He gonna feel it. Talk to me, John.
Well, let's talk nuances first, and then let's talk to the actual thing that we're all forgetting. First off, nuance. No, there will be no balance because, again, for me to offer a gift to a woman, even on the natural sense of us continuing life, I must give the seed, sir.
Okay. I'm listening.
You're talking about what is going to be added to after the gift is given. And I'm talking on that same notion when God gives us all life. You are as vulnerable as you're always going to be, regardless of the systems, the practices, the social norms, and everything else that, again, we're supposed to be fitting into. Otherwise, let's erase all of that system.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're talking about the marriage side of the game, ma'am, what are you bringing to offer to me if I got to give you 3 of my paychecks for the ring and then $22,000 for the honeymoon? A Rolex would look real good on my wrist if we're talking equality.
Right. I'm listening. But these are
nonetheless,
but this is
again,
more,
the question that needs to go ahead, sir.
No, I was just saying, but what you're pointing out is more like cultural anthropology. Like these are the social customs, right? The ring. You already know the story of the ring and the De Beers company, and it really is worthless. But because they created a whole industry around rings, you understand. So we're following customs when we're doing that. But what I'm trying to dig down into is the psychological piece. Maybe we participate in these cultural norms so we can create a type of psychological distance that gives us control over our partner. If we came with the 3 or 4 payments for the ring, and we came with the $22,000 for the ceremony, and we take care of all the bills. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there are some men out there.
I truly understand what you're saying.
Yes, there are some men out there that said, oh, if that's what I have to do, all I have to do is go out and conquer the world. And once I conquer the world,
But
she
Superman
comes with it.
But Superman still had to be changed to Clark Kent because Clark Kent was introduced to Lois Lane. She didn't come to the knowledge of doggone Superman until he finally went off.
Keep going. Keep going.
Another gift, another giving, another offering, another something that you have. And even when he was vulnerable to you, which you didn't like. And now he's the real person he is in front of you, and you're still looking at him like, what? And this is the real question that needs to be asked. Can I be myself and also vulnerable in front of you?
Ooh.
And that's not just men. I'm talking about women too.
Right. Symmetrical terror.
Because again, my vulnerability, I don't have control over nothing in this world. And you're going to see me at my worst and my best. Don't flinch.
Don't flinch. I hear you. Keep going.
That's exactly what you're asking me to do.
Keep going, John.
That's exactly what you're asking me to do.
So you
if you can perform it, I will follow you.
Wait. Wait, hold on. You saying the standard for the man is do all of this, but don't flinch. But she gets to flinch. You're saying there's no space, there's no provision for you to flinch. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying exactly that. And that is in all relationships currently. Because if I go to work and doggone say I'm having a bad day or I call in sick, who's going to be looking at me crazy? If I go somewhere into the confines of buying a bag of Doritos and don't have enough change, who's looking at me?
Right. I hear you.
Ma'am, I present to you what you have the grace to do on a regular basis, which is act a plum fool.
But hold on, though. You have the choice to move on. You don't have to stay there when they're acting a plum fool, right?
And I understand that when I speak of myself and myself alone. But if I'm talking about keeping you, if I'm talking about protecting you, if I'm talking about allowing you the blessings that you get to have.
Ooh, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Hey, somebody done upset John. John is upset. He done said I triggered him. Lord have mercy. When we come forward, more from the Big Island, boy. The lava is flowing tonight.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
If someone tells you that they are doing any form of inner work for you, or ever holds it over your head, don't succumb to that confusing clash of emotions you will feel, and don't let it slide. It isn't them doing the inner work itself that you need. It's whatever improvement you need that you hope the inner work will lead to. Express those things you need and want and hope for directly, and leave the how up to them.
Who was that? Teal Swan. You heard what she said? Your partner shouldn't be able to hang their inner work over your head. This ain't street rules. Get like me. I'm individuating. Now get like me. No, that's not how it works, right? This is a tough topic tonight. And I want people to embrace the idea of it. Symmetry terror, right? We live in a society that's already imbalanced, right? Whoever has the money, whoever has the resources, they got the power, right? And we already talked about the social piece. We had Orion Taraban talking about the societal piece and the gender roles and all of that. But symmetry terror is talking about how people are really fearful of being in a psychologically equal relationship. The hidden fear of truly equal relationships. Most people claim they want equality, partnership, balance, and mutuality, but deep in the nervous system lives symmetry terror. A visceral fear of standing in a relationship where power is truly shared. Both can leave. Both can see and name the truth. Neither is superior nor safely inferior. See, we usually pathologize power imbalance, but this topic tonight says we unconsciously seek imbalance because it feels safer than mutual exposure. Listen to that. Whoa, there are a lot of people who purposely seek imbalance. This is why I gave the example of men having a bunch of money and saying, if I conquer the world, then I can conquer the girl. And all I got to do is take care of her, pay for it, do this, do that. Oh, but don't think the shoe doesn't flip to the other foot, though. If I can sex him right, feed him right, love on him right, he gonna love me. Do you see? What? Listen to what I'm saying here. For the person that is seeking the imbalance so they can maintain control and invisibility, they think being above someone because they provide equals control. Or from the lower position of as above, so below as above, they think being below someone means moral innocence. That it equates to moral innocence. Like you knew what you was doing. You put me in that situation. To always be in a position to be able to blame over the higher consciousness movement of claim. Do you see? But the flip side of it is being equal means it's impossible to hide. There's no hiding place now. Do you see? There are a lot of people who are afraid of symmetrical equality. In other words, I'm psychologically nude. To you. Not just to me, but to you. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Thank you for sharing with you. Thank you for being vulnerable. But I got too many things that I've disowned in my spirit to be that nude with you, even though I say we go together, even though I say we married, even though I jumped the broom. We had a whole honeymoon. We got kids, and there are parts of me that are off limits to you because I'm afraid, right, of symmetrical, this mutuality, afraid of symmetrical mutual. Listen. When we come forward, I'm going back to Hawaii. You already know what it is. I got to get John back in here. But I had to frame it up again because I want y'all to understand what I'm trying to lay down. When we come forward, more from the VOR.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is officially in the U.S. Senate race. She filed her paperwork this week and kicked off her campaign in Dallas.
Texas, this moment we're in now is life or death.
Crockett, a vocal critic of President Trump, enters the Democratic